Miss Venable here, bringing you a quick lesson on nomenclature. And in this example, we're going to look at a binary ionic compound where the cation is not a transition metal. In fact, our cation is going to be in group 13, which is over here. And the cation I'm going to choose to do is going to be the aluminum. But keep in mind, if our cation had been in groups 3 through 12 here in the middle block of transition metals, we would have to follow some other rules. We would have to be more specific. So for my example, the binary ionic compound is Al₂O₃. That is 2 ions of the aluminum and 3 ions of the oxygen, and they are bonded together. So let's figure out how to name this thing. When we say nomenclature, we mean name. So step 1 is capitalize and name the cation. The cation is always written first. So that one's easy. We just name it Al for aluminum, aluminum. Step 2, if the cation is a transition metal, which ours is not, add a Roman numeral in parentheses to show how many valence electron it has. I don't have to worry about this step because I don't have a transition metal. So I can just skip step 2. Step 3, capitalize and name the anion. So my anion is the letter O, and if I look on my periodic table, O just means oxygen. So I'm going to name it oxygen. Now, if the anion is monatomic, which means if it's something on the periodic table, which it is because it's just plain O right here on our periodic table, then you're going to change the suffix to "ide." So instead of oxygen, I keep the root of that, which is ox, and I change the ending to "ide." For a list of the roots for the anions, you can see the rest of the presentation. Now, if it had been polyatomic, it would have been on this list on page 7 on your reference sheet. But all of these contain more than just one element, and my anion just has oxygen in it, so I know it's not polyatomic. So my final answer is aluminum oxide. And that is how you name a binary ionic compound that does not contain a Roman numeral.